This is the Benjamin Zulu Global. Welcome our viewers from all over the world to the home of the Heart Matters. We're converging to learn together because when you know better, you can do better. And a better life is what we all want. Better work life, better family life, better personal life.
All right, so we are starting with one of your favorite topics, habits of high achievers and successful people.
Yes, and you know, we all dream about being successful.
Yeah.
Working on, by the way, I like the African theme on you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm sure the guys are
They're crashing.
crashing on Lil. You don't know how many will marry you. Whoever comes first.
It will only be one.
Whoever arrives first.
Only one.
I think the concept of success is on everybody's mind. But the problem is it was pushed into the future. When we were children, we were being asked, when you grow up.
Leaders of tomorrow.
Yes, that was a wrong notion.
Uh-huh.
It was meant to look like, it's that time. It's not now.
Even now, we are still using it.
You know.
When I grow up, I will have an office like this.
You know.
Yeah.
Casually, but it shows how we think.
Yeah.
So the one reason we need to discuss this is because it was put in undefined future. We were not told how to. Everybody wants a better life, larger life. We want to be successful. When you say success, we mean to hit the mark, to set goals and attain them.
Yeah.
And for most people, part of the marks is to attain self-reliance.
Yeah.
Is to control their time.
Yeah.
And I told you the indecency of no more employment. They don't allow you to attend funerals weekdays. You have to really justify that. Somebody died. You might even have to bring the burial certificate, the death certificate. Sure, the grandma is dead. Why do you want to see the certificate? You know?
Yeah.
The no more burials are no longer being done on weekends because we want to leave weekends for happy things. They took them to working days, and the working climate is...
It's very difficult for employees.
You know?
Yeah.
Especially if you had something else some weeks back.
If you had fallen sick.
And now somebody else in your family is sick.
You know,
Yes.
there's a friend of mine who was pregnant, and when the boss saw her, he said, another one. You know, him is doing his math for maternity leave.
Very uncouth, but that's how the market has become.
Yeah.
So we all want to be free from that.
Yeah.
We really want to work on our terms. We'd like to slow down when you need to slow down. To take our time when you need to take our time.
To be sick in peace.
I mean.
Yeah.
So one movie called No Time to Die.
Yeah.
I think nowadays we have no time to die.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, can I feel what I'm feeling? At least in peace. Even if I can't cure it, can I at least feel it?
It's in peace.
You
Without adding anxiety on top.
You're about to be denied food.
Yeah.
Because you are sick.
Yeah.
You know, we all want our past that. So I want just success today. We are talking about that. That better future you have in your mind. We want to give you the habits. Why habits? Because actions, standalone actions, don't bring results in this life.
Okay.
It's something you do habitually that moves you in a certain direction. And so I don't want you to just hope. We said hope is not a plan.
Yeah.
Success does not happen because I hope one day I'll make it. Hoping is very cheap.
Okay.
And anybody can hope. When it comes to faith, hope is a different notion.
Uh-huh.
Maintaining a positive expectation that what was promised to be fulfilled.
Yeah.
When you are counting on God who cannot fail to carry on what he said, you are hopeful. You are pegging positive expectation on what he said.
Okay.
When it comes to building the things that are coming to that are your responsibility, you can't sit and hope.
Yeah.
You move towards success. You don't hope for success. You move.
Okay. Okay.
So don't ask children, don't plant that idea when you grow up. Ask them as you grow up, what are you becoming?
Oh my goodness, that's so powerful.
Yes. Don't ask them when you grow up what you want to become.
Reminds me of that story you shared of that was it a neurosurgeon
Yes.
you
Yes.
schooled with?
Yes.
Who was a neurosurgeon from the start?
A Form 1 calling himself neurosurgeon.
Yeah.
Looks ridiculous.
Not tomorrow.
Until I witnessed the fulfillment.
Yeah.
And I saw it's what he was saying, that he meant it.
Yeah.
He was not saying when I grow up. He was saying I'm growing into.
Yeah.
There's something I'm doing now.
Yeah.
And he had those dummy stethoscopes. with
Yeah.
He got a few elements.
Yeah.
Lab coat.
Yeah. To make it come alive. Wow.
We later on developed a name in our life coaching. Tokens of success.
Uh-huh.
You may not buy all the electricity. They give you units. Success is that big. Sometimes you need to buy it in units.
I may not buy the transformer and put it in my house. Okay.
You buy a kilowatt hour,
Yeah.
what they call a unit. Success has those tokens.
Yeah.
Something that represents it in a certain dimension. So whatever you are aiming, that's what we are discussing today. And we're talking about the habits that take you there. The first habit is, habits of people who actually actualize those things, is they involve themselves in a lot of forward thinking. Now, forward thinking is a mental activity that constructs the reality you are hoping for in detail to order your today's behavior to align with tomorrow's plans. The day you are going to talk with a person who does not do forward thinking, there will be a frustration that makes you want to kick them.
Yes.
And you don't have a name why you are so frustrated.
Yes.
You might even exit the conversation
Yes.
because they pretend like they're presenting a problem for you to solve for them, but actually they're conversing what they don't think. They want you to lend them your brain. One of them called me, and the beginning was already a bad beginning, because when I was in campus, started talking to this guy and asked, you want an grown-up like myself to stop and talking about doing the wrong thing knowingly, okay? Where is this going? Where are you taking this? And I told them to, sometimes when you want us to deal with what you know to be obviously wrong, buy some paracetamol, pay,
Yeah, pay.
so that we can manage the frustration.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Because when people started, when I was second year, started talking, if you know, and I hope by now we're getting those who care to know that campus is the one place you have a chance to move the hand of destiny,
Yeah.
to take it wherever you want.
Yes.
That's the time you can change fate.
Yeah.
Whatever was going on in your family, this is the time you can become the transitional character. That participant in the story who changes the storyline.
Yes.
That's the time when you are between grown up and you're not child, you're not fully responsible grown up,
Yeah.
but you are away from home while you're still being paid for from home.
Yes.
You're not in the market, but you can see the market.
Yes.
You're between this world and the other world.
Yeah.
College is the one womb that you can incubate anything. That's the one place you can see the world, and you are not yet in the world. You are related to home, but you're not confined at home.
Yeah.
Parents suffer the frustration that bring kids to college and they're told to stay somewhere. The kid will take care of themselves.
The parents are wondering, panicking whether the child is going to be
Because I
okay.
use that to the child, they walk the child every step.
Yes.
This time that dad is not in registration. Mom is not in registration.
That's scary.
And then you can see men and women here dressed in anything.
I know.
No uniform, no order.
Yeah.
You even see a club around, you panic.
Yeah. And a thing for freshers bash.
And you live there because if you stay here, you're going to knock somebody.
Yeah.
So people even try to hit on your daughter.
Yeah.
Some people are trying to talk nicely to your son.
Oh
You see the behavior around and you wonder. This is to say that place where your parents have to step back and the world has not yet burdened you the yoke of full responsibility is the time for you to move the hand of destiny. So this lady, I knew whenever they start that way, I know they're explaining a disaster.
What did she say? You know, you haven't told us what she was saying.
She was saying in college, started talking to this person. By the time you start there, I know. But then she was saying, after college, that's cohabitating. It's very difficult to listen to a woman talking about cohabitating. When she's so young, at a time when she should be aligning her stars for generations to come. Now she has become casual sexually. A woman is casual with sex, you cannot help her.
Yeah.
You cannot, because that's the one treasure
Yeah.
that you cannot claim you're respectable. You cannot even command the respect of people who would have treated you well to marry you, unless you preserved yourself. And we're not saying you must be a virgin. You say at the time when you wake up. So that time is to say, of course, now she was talking about, oh, we went this way, he started. He's not cheating on me, he's not cheating, he's doing what he does, sleeping with people. They like using this language of cheating. You just found a person who sleeps with anyone, you started sleeping with him.
You joined the
Now when you sleep with others, you call it cheating. That's his lifetime.
Yeah.
So now, I don't know, moved back to him, now marriage, now family reject me. Now, you see the foundation is messy. This person does not do forward thinking. So
it goes from cheating to marry. I don't know.
And now you're complaining family is not accepting you. I don't know they're bringing, I don't know who else. He is not defending you. There's no marriage here. This is madness. When you don't know, don't do any forward thinking. You end up with things that have no order at all.
Yeah.
And let me remind you that it's easier to indulge emotions than it is to engage your thoughts. It's easier.
It is, yeah.
It is easier to find a person you have a crush on and you just go on with a crush doing anything than to pause and think.
Is that for women or for both, even men?
Men are even worse hit.
Really? By
Men are
emotions?
worse hit.
You
yes.
guys have no
Because we don't
emotions.
have the language. We have a lot of emotions just like women. We just don't have the language, the vocabulary for describing them and controlling them.
Okay.
If Samson had just named the emotion he had of loneliness, he would not have fallen for Delilah. If he had just named the emotion that I once lost, I'm fearing to lose again. I once lost one woman, I'm afraid that this one too might lose. If he just named it, he might have gotten insight. So stop denying your feelings. You'll be finished with them. David was bored and feeling like he was on top of the world. And he was in the wrong place. And he was sexually hungry, whatever you want to call that. And then he saw somebody showering.
But David had like already 5 wives already.
The wife is not taboo, does not give you the taboo feel of the one who is not wife. Another feeling. So he did not understand the dopamine of the forbidden bread, forbidden food.
Okay.
So if you can just name what you're feeling, you are now halfway in managing it.
Yeah, that's true.
You know?
Yeah.
Because we're not naming our feelings as men.
Yeah.
We are being caught off guard. David was caught off guard by a very senseless mistake.
Yeah.
Unnecessary.
Yeah.
You know, he could have avoided that anywhere. Even after doing the first part of the mistake. He could have stopped and don't kill anybody. Just confess. Do whatever traditions require. Give exile, go get punished here.
And he was the king.
Yes. Being a king sometimes is dangerous because if you command anybody to come, they'll come.
Yeah.
Yeah, you ask Bathsheba to come, they'll come. You send a soldier to get this and that woman.
I know.
More dangerous.
Yes.
You forget that you are king, but you're not all powerful. There's somebody who gave you the kingship and they will require accountability.
Yeah.
What is forethought? Forward thinking means sitting to imagine what that means and where it might lead. This is not daydreaming or fantasy. Daydreaming and fantasy is escapism into feel good imaginations to avoid an unpleasant reality.
Okay.
Forward thinking is intentional. It's not escapist.
Yeah.
It's when you're planning a life and you keep trying to tie knots together. Do you know, by just building the reality, everything you see, somebody thought about it, that dress, that font, that house, that shoe. Somebody built it in their head first.
Yes.
When you imagine the hair and you're perusing the ideas they have, and you're trying to picture it with you, with your peculiar uniqueness.
Yes.
You
My
know?
big forehead.
You try to put it there.
Yes.
You imagine it until you can see the picture and you like the picture in your head.
Yes.
That's when you buy it to be implemented.
Yeah.
You try to transport that picture in the person you're trying to work with and hoping they get it.
Yeah.
If they don't get it, you still feel it's not it. If they get it so well, you like it, that they can understand what you're looking for.
Yes.
You imagine your cars, you imagine your house, you imagine your homes. If you want, the one habit of people who are successful is that they build that successful picture to detail using effort and energy. Thinking requires time, location, and intention. Normally, when you are going by the day, you don't have time for in-depth thought because you are going by the buzz. There's this and that and this, the other. I don't know, I saw research saying we make, is it 4,000 decisions on average in a day? From those decisions, just pick what you feel sensation, you decide to sip what I feel.
Yeah. Yeah.
They counted the decisions, they are amounting to thousands. They were proving this. When life is going on, when the wheel of life starts turning, you're too busy to think. You're making thousands of decisions.
Yes.
They're taking mental energy.
Yes.
You're used to them, maybe you are not counting them, but they are occupying the RAM, the random access memory. You know?
Yeah.
You may have a lot of capacity, the read only may be very big, but the operational hand of the torch of picking which issue to digest now, is being occupied by thousands. You really have to fight against all those to think.
Yeah.
In fact, when you are driving, you must limit how much you're thinking, because there's a lot of decisions you're making as you move.
Yes.
And you can't really take that elsewhere too much.
Sometimes I drift off when I'm driving, and then I see a rider just,
Yes.
and I'm like, oh
You
my.
have to think for other people.
Yeah.
On the road, you have to think for other people.
Yeah.
We are saying the reason you need to create space is because once the day has begun and there's humdrum and the rush of life, you're making thousands of decisions. You're constantly being faced with challenges. Some can threaten your life or miss opportunities or become painful consequences and all that.
Yeah.
The one habit of everybody successful, they have a thinking time that is conducive for their routine in a day. They have a thinking place, a thinking routine that allows them to just build up that idea from where it was. You can see them actually breaking oil underneath. They hit an idea, they get excited.
Yeah. Wow.
They evaluate this idea, they see how dangerous it was, they carve it back. Sometimes they note, they scribble. They're actually constructing reality. When you are naive, you don't think thoughts are things. Successful people know thoughts are things. Everything must be thought first before it becomes a thought.
Yeah.
Before it becomes a thing, it must become a thought. So what do? They collect quality thoughts at a time when they are most conducive to gather them. And they know by just picking from where you left on this idea yesterday, you can pick up from there.
Yes.
One exercise I want you to do is make sure during your life you build a house. It will exercise you in thinking the most. Don't buy it complete.
Oh, really?
Yes, it is one of the most mentally engaging exercises you'll ever do. The size does not matter. Build a house and finance it. That you know the cost of the decisions.
Okay, finance it as opposed
but build your house.
What are
If
the
Uncle is sending money, you won't feel the pinch.
but Uncle, if you want to spend money, please just send it. Don't forget what he's saying. If I get someone to finance my house, my God, I'm taking it.
You'll have skipped something. That is okay. But when you're the one paying, and this is your project, even if you believe your parents, sometimes even actually just facelift, it's very involved.
Yes.
Because you're working in a very small frame, and you actually must strip it down.
Yes.
So I just want you to see a house from a bare ground, even deciding where to buy the land, which direction, what it will count, the road access, the number of things you have to put into consideration to make it workable and communicate it with so many people, from the architect drawing, changing the drawing to the other, they even construct it for you to see how it will look like physically. They give you a model. So you look at the model, you sit on it. 1 week, you're feeling disturbed over this entrance. I think it should be the other side.
Yeah.
You start constructing. While you are going, you realize a blind spot you had not seen. This is the windward side. If this is the room for baby, this will be too cold. Take this area, rain it. No. Let's move this way. Move this wall, and then when you build, you learn how you build that house is how you build your life. So many components going to play, so many things. If you want to be successful, just create time for thinking. No more. World does not like to see you thinking. They think you're stressed. Stop thinking too much. Take life easy. Go with the flow. Stop thinking. So they mistake thinking with stress.
Yes.
And you're actually doing a very constructive thing. So what people do is, those who want to get away during daytime, they lock themselves in a space, or they go into the woods, or they go into nature, or they pretend like they are admiring and good something. When they are away, actually, they're just thinking things.
Yeah.
And somebody said something which they need to process and respond properly. They learned something, that this deal is going the other way. There's an offer they're being offered. Do you want this? You can buy it. It's available. It feels good, but you are experienced by now. You never jump into things before you think through.
Yes.
Sometimes you call a thinking buddy. there's this idea, this is
Yeah.
going this way, and then your mind's engaged and you explore. I get it now. By just talking,
Yeah.
particularly extroverts they're stimulated by conversation to think.
Yes.
The one habit of all successful people, thinking is a habit for them, is a routine, and it's a place they take work to. And because many of the thinking hour is sleeping time, you have to wake up early in order to be able to think clearly.
True.
There's a sacrifice to be made. The comfort of sleep versus the exercise of thinking. They read something, they can even do some devotion, they can inject some ideas, they can listen to something. They have some stimulants.
Yeah.
But the thinking is their work.
Yes.
And if they don't have to have a problem to think, in fact, because of that thinking, that is a problem before the problem becomes a problem.
Yes.
Number 2 habit of all successful people is that they're intentional with their advancement. Ordinary people, again, use that method of the child is growing. Just need to eat, the child will grow.
Yeah.
So normal people who are not informed, they expect to continue growing the way they grew as a child. Passage of time, 1 year older, 1 year older, 1 year older. They think they're getting better with the years.
Oh.
They leave their advancement to flow of life,
Yes.
Fate.
Yes.
to fortune.
Experience.
I have 10 years in this job.
Yes.
Or if I want to say, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh.
Yeah.
When you meet successful people, you see they have measurable improvement parameters. They're telling you, I wanted to be able to attain a license this year from the time they're young. I tell you, I was able to attend that one. This year, I wanted to be able to meet this kind of people. I wanted to attend this kind of a thing. Other people make New Year resolutions as a massage to their laziness.
How
To
no?
tell themselves that at least they also have resolutions.
I also have resolutions.
Yes. But they can't recall them 1 week later. They go back to their lazy routine. They were saying what everybody was saying so that they can feel good. People who are successful and high achievers, they're not easy to commit because they evaluate every commitment because they have to pay the price.
Yeah.
Resolutions of all serious people are few.
Okay.
They are few, but they mean something.
Yeah.
They order. That person has a moral compass that tells them they must obey their word
Yeah.
in order to respect themselves. You say when you keep your own promises, you are teaching your will to respect your word.
Wow.
You teach your will to respect your word.
Your word. Yes.
When you say something, you must follow through with it. These are people called to update you on what they promised you, though you have already forgotten.
Yes.
You did not take it seriously, but for them, everything they say is serious.
Yes.
They just wanted to make sure we're on the same page.
Yeah.
If we are changing plans, if we cannot do it now, to make sure I communicate. They follow through with what they said.
Yeah.
They pay your money when you had forgotten they had your money.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And you're like, how does this person live?
They didn't have to pay me, but they did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They take, this person has another code of conduct. So all successful people and high achievers, the one thing you're going to note of them is they're intentional with their advancement. How well they're improving over time is very intentional. The last thing about these people is they have a clear sense of destiny. Ordinary people live to make a living, to pay the bills, to push the days.
Yeah.
That's why they call their vegetables to push the week, sukuma wiki. They really push. They just push around. Survival.
But this Kumawiki has an English name that is very far away from
It's a
Kumawiki.
kale. There's a better name for it.
Yeah.
But locally, we have to give it what we think about it.
Yeah.
It was not a good meal, it was something to cover, to occupy space, to push the week.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and you know, it's not the days we live in. It's what we do with those days. What successful people do is that they think they have a service to render, an achievement to accomplish, a change to bring, a kind of relief of pain or inconvenience to bring to humanity. And you can't tie them in anything just because it's a well-paying job.
Yeah.
It's well coveted, highly coveted, highly famous.
Yeah.
A person who is highly successful will resign a well-paying job because they are done learning whatever they could learn there. This person will move on,
Yeah.
even when there's nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Normal people don't resign.
Yes.
No, man, people don't change their lives.
Yes.
They just wanted a comfortable space.
Yeah.
This person will not tell people what they are doing because it's not popular. I met a lady who just left a very stable government job. She said, one thing I didn't like about that, so few hours of work.
Oh.
So few hours of work, we are just there. Your tray has 2 files. I'm done by 10. What do I do the rest of the day? I'm tired of doing my own things in the name of I'm still employed. This doesn't sound fair.
Oh. So she left.
She left.
She didn't start a side hustle.
She got another job that was more engaging. You know, employers want to hear, the reason I'm changing my job, I want more challenge.
Yeah.
You have such a nice job. Many people would like this job. Yes, but I'm done. I've been there 2 years. I've exhausted everything.
Yeah.
What are they describing? Sense of destiny.
Yeah.
They are moving towards a certain level of efficiency and efficacy and personal excellency, which they cannot sit on just because there's good pay here.
Yes.
People don't work for money, they work for mission. Money is just an enabler for the mission.
Yeah.
They must be compensated. You cannot take them for granted or use them without pay, but they don't live for the pay.
Yeah.
There's another thing they live for. They believe there's a level of operation, even a mandate to deliver in every job. And once they're done to deliver that mandate, they can feel it. I've done this part. Yeah. Nelson Mandela, 1-term presidency, thank you guys.
Right?
Thank you very much. I've done that part.
Yeah.
But there's so much money. Forget it. It's not about money.
Yeah.
So much prestige, power. I'm done with that part.
Yeah.
Sense of destiny, sense of assignment and mission. And they're so connected to that inner compass that you will not corrupt them.
Yeah.
This person who says no to a job, do you think you're going to bribe them to do the wrong thing?
You won't
Thank
bribe
you very
them.
much.
Yeah.
It's not money that drives them.
Yeah.
They believe that if they do the right thing, they'll find a way out one way or other. In summary, highly successful people and high achievers, if you want to join them, practice thinking ahead. Stop living like an animal. Stop being carried by feelings. Stop wasting your years in something that feels good and you're not imagining where it is taking you.
Yeah.
And we gave example of cohabitating or giving to romantic, whatever, in college or when you were young, at a time when that's the only time you have space. If you start to think about your life, you'd realize after this I would not be free. Before this I was not free. Right now I have some semblance of freedom.
Yeah.
I can move my destiny. I can recover my star, whoever stole it. I can get my life aligned differently.
Yeah.
These people are also intentional about what they are doing. They're intentional about improvement, personal advancement, personal expansion, what they should be learning, what they're not good at. Because they keep reflecting how they failed. They expose the lack of skills, expose lack of knowledge there. They go for the knowledge. Because they're reflective. They're intentional about personal advancement. And lastly, they don't just work for job, titles, money, survival, to make a living. They work for destiny. For this reason, you can't cheat them with money to stay in the wrong place. Or to do the wrong things.
Yeah.
They will leave a well-paying job because they're no longer being challenged. Their growth is being hampered. They will leave a toxic environment because you have to bootleg. And they wanted the mental freedom to do what they believe to be right.
Yes.
They will leave a company because it's too corrupt. They don't pay taxes. They don't pay what they're supposed to pay. Then they keep asking you to lie. That sits wrong with you.
Yeah.
No, this is not who I am. These people work for destiny.
Yeah.
They work for, assignment, mission, mandate. They talk about other things apart from the financial compensation. Yes.
Oh, wow. I love that. Having a sense of destiny.
Yes.
Creating some thinking time. One thing you said that caught my ear was also stop living like an animal. Just driven by instinct.
Yeah. Yes.
Thank you so much. That was wonderful. Guys, if you haven't already gotten yourself a copy of this book, please don't be left behind. So many people have purchased it and we're getting very good reviews. Let me read one review from someone from Kisumu. His name is Douglas. He said, "Hi Benjamin, I want to thank you for the book Mastery. It has opened my mind to ideas and dimensions I had never explored. I have put it at my bedside to read every day for 1 year."
Douglas, thank you, bro.
Yeah.
I hope he's single and he can come for the conference. Those are men I'm happy to meet.
Yes.
That's very good to hear. There's also a lady from Nakuru who bought a lot of these books
Wow.
to gift people for the Christmas.
Really?
Yes.
About how many do you know?
Yes, about I think 40.
40.
she
Wow.
really gave people the books, and she was in our conference. She said, I've been giving people gifts that wear out after 3, a shoe 3, whatever it's done.
Yeah.
Can I give them a gift that will just now this time change their life?
Yes.
So she was doing gifts over the holiday
Yeah.
that were life changing. this book is the best idea to give somebody as a gift.
And it looks so nice. See
Yeah.
how it's nicely wrapped. Wow. Thank you, Benjamin. This
most
I've
welcome.
also read it and it's changing my life.
Thank you.
So get yourselves a copy through benjaminzuluglobal.com. And singles, see you at the February 10th. It's going to be a Saturday at the Utali Hotel. That's a conference for singles. How to find a partner that fits your path. Did I get that right?
Yes.
How to find a partner that fits your path. I like it when you said this is not for people who want satisfaction. It's for people who want transcendence and ecstasy.
I
I was like, that's me. So see you guys at the conference. Book your tickets through benjaminzuluglobal.com. You'll be able to choose whether you are coming virtual tickets or physical tickets. It's a full day thing. Lunch and beverages are provided. So it's just a very nice networking opportunity. I'm looking forward to see you. One last thing to say.
Yes, the transcendence thing. I got stuck there because a big word, but it simply means to overcome your past and everything that was holding you back, to transcend, to go above it.
Yeah.
Ecstasy is to experience the best of life,
Yeah.
to feel whole life,
Yeah.
to feel alive, to feel more than, to feel pleasure, to feel powerful, to feel in charge, to feel like you overcame, to feel like that feeling of a victor after you've battled battles and you've won.
Yeah.
Just that ecstasy.
Yeah.
Just being at peace and in harmony.
Yeah.
Marriages should be like that. We'll be trying to help you find a partner who brings that feeling of, I am not a victim anymore.
Yeah.
Together we are winners.
Yes.
In fact, the murkiness of our story only gives us credence that we fought
Yeah.
and we won.
Yeah.
We are not victims, we are victors. I want you to get a person with whom you can scout through the forests of life.
Yeah.
And you feel a sense of conspiracy against your enemies and the world.
I like your choice of words. Conspiracy.
You have something.
Uh-huh.
That's how you know that mischief with your partner.
Yeah.
That you know what you're hiding from the world.
Yes.
And you're going to be surprising them.
Yes.
they underestimated you, and you're waiting out, they'll be shocked. You can't wait to see the shock on their face. You guys, how did you do this?
I know, yeah.
That's the partner who fits your path. A playful achievement of big things.
Wow.
Playfully. But you keep shocking people.
Yeah.
You know, whatever it is from your context, they don't expect that from people coming from that kind of background.
Yeah.
But you pull it through, and you're saying, yeah, we did it. What are you going to talk about it?
Yeah.
And you go.
True.
That's the partner. That's the kind of marriage you deserve. Yes.
Okay. Singles, see you there. I really look forward, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.
This is the Benjamin Zulu Global. Welcome our viewers from all over the world to the home of the Heart Matters. We're converging to learn together because when you know better, you can do better. And a better life is what we all want. Better work life, better family life,